Troopathon is back.
It's the Troopathon. And you know what the Troopathon is. It's our way of telling the troops deployed all over the world how much we love them, how much we care about them. So they actually get a package that we pack up, has all sorts of goodies in it that reminds them of home.
To send these care packages to our brave men and women, you have no idea how important this is for all of these people that put their lives on the line for us.
The ones that have fought for our freedom so that we can have freedom.
Through Troopathon, we can be there for them.
We're trying to raise money to send these, what I call them, care packages, love packages, support packages to our troops. And imagine if you were one of our servicemen or women, and all of a sudden you're serving our country in a hostile environment, and you get a package of support. Imagine how good that makes them feel.
This is such a critical event to show our love, support, and gratitude to members of the United States military serving around the world, overseas.
During this Troopathon, let us not forget these patriotic men and women. Let's do the very best we can to send them as many care packages as possible.
Welcome to Troopathon. I'm Melanie Morgan, co-founder and chairman of Move America Forward. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody, including you, Rita Cosby, my co-host.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be with you again this year. Bravo to you and this incredible organization. And to be here on this holiday to give thanks to our brave men and women. What an incredible gift this has been for all of us, and a chance for all of you at home to give back and to say thank you. The United States has close to 250,000 troops all over the world in over 150 countries serving on the front lines. And it seems simple, but a care package, which you will hear about during our show, can change the course of a soldier's day, his or her deployment, or even his or her life.
But let's kick off our show, as we always do, with a national anthem performed by active duty troops stationed around the world.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
what so proudly we hailed
at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air.
They proved through the night that our flag was still there.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now we want to welcome John Bachman, who has been part of this effort for so many years to help us bring as many care packages as possible to our troops who are serving in harm's way, Rita.
And John, you have been a part of this for a long time. It's so important for everybody to remember, John, that we have troops thousands of miles away, and so many of them in so many hot spots.
I think it's so important. What we do here with Troopathon is getting these care packages to the troops. It's something so simple but so profound at the same time, is knowing that this is having such a big impact on those people overseas, our troops.
Care packages are incredibly important. I can't underscore how important they are. First and foremost, it's the connection with back home.
It shows that there's somebody out there who cares.
For some reason, you feel like no one notices you. But once you get that care package, whether it be from like family, friends, or someone in the community, it lets you know again, like, man, maybe the decision I made was a great decision. And I see how what I can do can affect like other people, and they really think about me, especially in these times of need.
And they bring joy to my time there when I got those care packages.
The last deployment I went on, I got a unique opportunity. It was to be the Combined Joint Operating Area Afghanistan postal officer. Came in and basically just oversee and manage the military mail network in Afghanistan. Everything that's in those boxes is appreciated. So whether it's used in that moment or down the road, it's appreciated.
Getting a care package, it matters. Getting the basic like hygiene and stuff, like or everyday essentials like socks or lotion.
When you're talking places like Afghanistan or Iraq, the deodorants, the baby wipes, all those things make a big difference, and they get utilized daily.
Headphones, baby wipes, for me, Oreo cookies, definitely send those, double stuff.
You haven't had an Oreo in 3 months. Now you get these Oreos coming in, you got these Reese's Pieces coming in. That really sustained me, kept my morale up for at least a solid month, because I was making those stretch.
It's not just, the items that are inside, it's the letters and the personalized notes and, Mrs. Smith's kindergarten class, the added cards.
Being able to have somebody write you a note who's never met you, it's just very gratifying and very special, just saying that somebody out there is hoping for you to come back home safely.
You never know what that one package could do for that one person. It could really brighten up their day, especially if they're feeling the lowest of the low. That package, when they think no one's thinking about them, will take them to the highest of the high. And sometimes you just need that little boost just to get that morale all the way back up.
And we are joined right now by another great American. She served in the Marine Corps for 20 years and was gunnery sergeant. I love this.
I love the fact that Jessie Jane Duff is joining us. She was 17 years old when she joined the Marine Corps, and we're so honored because, as we've always said, the stars of this Troopathon television show are the members of the military, former members of the military, people who advocate on behalf of the military, which is exactly what we're doing today. Gunny, thank you and welcome to the show.
Oh, I'm super excited to be here. Thank you so much.
You've had such an amazing career, Gunny, and this is all about supporting the troops and sending them these boxes of love, these care packages. You've been on many a deployment. What does it mean to get these care packages? How important are they?
The care packages just really remind everyone that they're not forgotten, and they remind people of home in a very pleasant way. And, ultimately, it reminds you why you're doing what you do. I was a tractor-trailer operator in the United States Marine Corps. I hauled for the infantry and the wing units. We did quite a bit of field operation time, which means we were not necessarily on the base. We were out doing operations, supporting the infantry or the air units, so to speak. We call them wing units. And often you're out there and you're just kind of getting a little tired of a lot of the food that you're getting, which is called MREs, meals ready to eat. Or you might have a deployable chow haul that comes in here and there sporadically.
There are still so many troops thousands of miles away. We still have literally hotspots around the globe, and people forget that they're there, and getting that message sometimes means more than even those personal items.
Oh, absolutely. I remember once getting a letter that when I went by the USO to pick up when I was stationed in Japan, Okinawa, Japan, as a matter of fact. And it was from a family in Sacramento, California, where was my hometown. And it was really touching to see that they were grateful for me. It felt like they were talking to me directly. So I would say never hesitate when you write your message to be heartfelt. To clarify, I was 19 years old when I read that letter in Japan. 19. Wow. And I still haven't forgotten it. Now, I'm not going to tell you how old I am now, but I will tell you I'm not 19.
So it was just 2 or 3 years ago.
We're not going to ask. It's not important. But what is important is the service and sacrifice for our country. You've shown it over and over for 20 years, and you are now out advocating on behalf of the United States military, and especially the United States Marine. We salute you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessie.
Thank you, ladies.
They protect. They serve. They ultimately make the world a safer place. Won't you help our troops? The United States has close to 250,000 troops stationed in over 150 different countries, ready to defend against growing threats from Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, and various terrorist groups that hate America.
Copy, line Alpha.
Brimstone, Line Bravo, November.
The Russian invasion of Ukraine was a chilling reminder that only a strong military deters threats. The U.S. military keeps us safe. Our brave American troops voluntarily put their lives on the line, proudly serving our country and serving you. Now it's your opportunity to honor them. Visit Troopathon.org to sponsor a care package full of cookies, coffee, Gatorade, granola bars, trail mix, supplies such as deodorant, lip balm, baby wipes, socks, and other things the military just does not provide. The most treasured item, according to the troops, is your message of love and support that's added to every care package from you. Make your tax-deductible donation right now at Troopathon.org or by calling 1-844-2-TROOPS. That's 1-844-2-TROOPS.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please donate.
Hello, I'm Nancy Grace.
Guys, this is Donald Trump Jr.
Hi, this is Dean Cain.
Hey everybody, it's Laura Ingraham.
Hey everyone, it's author Brad Thor.
Hey everybody, Dennis Miller here.
Hello everyone, I'm Champ Bailey, Hall of Fame cornerback for the Denver Broncos.
Imagine being halfway around the world and getting one of these fantastic care packages. Whether yours includes trail mix, flavored Gatorade powder, hot chocolate, batteries, socks, calling cards to make phone calls back home.
Premium beef jerky, Girl Scout cookies, but most importantly, each box includes a personal note to let them know they are not forgotten.
Besides the relief of having a Gatorade, are you kidding me, it's so hot there, or deodorant, or all the other items that we have in these packages, imagine how good they feel.
I want to encourage you to send some support to our heroes as well.
There isn't a day I don't pray for the troops. There isn't a day I don't thank God for them. There isn't a day that part of me doesn't feel a little diminished that I don't have the moxie they do.
All you need to do is go to Troopathon.org. That's Troopathon.org. Or you can call them up and give your pledge at 844-2-TROOPS. That's 844-2-TROOPS.
Won't you please help our military?
We got to do what we can to support our incredible soldiers and warriors abroad. Putting together these kind of care packages are absolutely awesome.
Look at all those familiar faces supporting our troops. Please pick up the phone right now and call 1-844-2-TROOPS. That's 1-844-2-TROOPS, or go to Troopathon.org to make a much-needed donation today.
Absolutely, everybody. And coming up, meet a World War II D-Day veteran who knows firsthand about the importance of care packages. And we have a very special tribute to Rush Limbaugh, our dear friend, and also to our first and biggest Troopathon supporter.
Okay, so you've clicked on the care package that you want to send to troops overseas. Well, now it's time for an army of volunteers to process those orders. And this is where the fun starts at a Move America Forward packing party. Today's volunteers are Gold Star families, civic leaders, and employees of the Motel 6 chain, but it could be any group willing to pack a whole lot of goodies into a Troopathon care package. Each and every care package you pledge today could make all the difference in the world to active duty troops deployed around the globe. Just ask Sergeant First Class Fisher. He's received a few of your care packages in Iraq.
You never know what you're going to get in a box. It's like Christmas time, you know, crossword puzzles, word searches, of course, the awesome Girl Scout cookies that it has to have, and coffee, and then just the toiletry items. Those are fantastic. The cup of soups, macaroni and cheese in the cups. It was great because we felt support from home.
Each handful of candy, each pair of socks, each package of coffee that gets loaded into the care packages has been recommended by the troops themselves. They tell us what they need to make their rigorous jobs a little bit easier, and we go to work to source it.
If we were going out on a mission, we'd go in there, grab one of the soups, grab waters that we would get, the little snacks and chips and Chex Mix and all that stuff, and we would pack our stuff up because a 3-hour mission turns into an all-day mission very quickly.
The mission of these care packages is to show American troops around the world that their service means something, that their sacrifice is valued. Show your support now. Simply go online at Troopathon.org. Give a little love to those who give it all. Welcome back to Troopathon, everyone. We are raising money to send care packages to our troops who sacrifice so much to keep America safe. It's hard to believe that it has been 20 years since the horrific events of 9/11. Imagine that, well, you, Rita, you remember where you were when that happened, right?
Absolutely. I was supposed to be in the Twin Towers that day, and thank goodness I canceled my plans last minute. But like so many Americans, I lost loved ones, I lost friends, I lost a dear friend, Barbara Olson, who was on the plane that slammed into the Pentagon, and we'll never forget that day, and I know you won't either, Mel.
Well, none of us can, actually. I was on the air when it happened, and I can remember looking up at the monitor, the television screen, and seeing the first plane go into the tower, and I thought to myself, and it was on record because I said it out loud, America is under attack.
My day on September 11th of '01 was like any other. I'd get into the office about 7 o'clock. It was a beautiful fall day. I worked as a corporate bond broker. I went up to the 84th floor. My name is Richard Hannaford. I am a survivor of the attacks on September 11th.
Unconfirmed report that a plane has crashed into one of the towers there. We are efforting more information on this subject as it becomes available to you.
I had two friends from the desk had gone over to the corner, and they came wheeling back and said something's going on. And at that time, I was looking out the window, and there's paper flying around. And you know, when you're a quarter of a mile up in the sky and you see 8.5 by 11 paper flying around, you know, something has happened.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts.
We found a stairwell and just started working our way down. And so we were between the 41st and 2nd floors when the plane hit our building. And it was like being in an earthquake when the plane hit our building. All I wanted to do was get down and get out of the building. And I just kept telling her, I told everybody, I said, look, all we got to do is get down here as quickly as we can. And we got down to about the 20th floor, I guess it was. And that's when the firemen started coming up. You know, I can still see some of those faces. Excuse me. There are things happening that I couldn't just process. I saw a couple holding hands 30 floors above the ground. You know, shit, it's just unseeable. You can't unsee it. And then we walked up towards City Hall, and that's when we got to City Hall is about when our building came down. Got my wife and just said, look, just call anybody, call my parents, call my brother. Excuse me, make sure they know I'm okay.
Well, that day was a turning point in my life. I woke up after one of the planes had already hit. And so, and I was stuck to the TV just watching what's going on and thinking, this can't be real. You know, what is going on? What's happening? Calls in the background, my mom calling family in New York, making sure people are okay. We don't know what's going on, trying to figure out where everybody's at. 9/11 happened. I knew there was no doubt that I had to do it. If I didn't do it, who was going to do it? I joined the United States Navy, but we were attacked for nothing more than being free. And so that's when I decided to join. And that was, I guess, September 2001, and then a couple weeks after that, I was in boot camp, ready to go. Me and two of my buddies from high school, we all joined together.
That's the most important thing is that is that it doesn't happen again, and part of the reason it hasn't happened is because of our military.
You know, a whole generation of people joined just like I did. You know, Richard saw those days. You know, he saw that happen. He was there, ground zero, 9/11. He's seen evil up close and personal. Every single person that joined like I did wanted to make sure that nobody else had to see that too. When I found out who he was, it was a surreal kind of experience to meet him and talk with him, and we've become friends since then.
You know, I was looking for something that would be something I could put time into to, you know, where my experience somehow fit or mattered. You know, my wife and I come here and spend a little time each week helping put together care packages, and I firmly believe that every one of these boxes, everyone that goes out, creates at least one smile and a feeling of warmth, and they're not forgotten, which is, it's just so important. We are the land of the free because of the brave. I love that quote, and that's absolutely true. And freedom isn't free. It costs American lives. But through that sacrifice, we have the greatest country on the planet, I think.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife.
I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.
To be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA.
From the lakes of Minnesota
to the hills of Tennessee,
across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea,
From Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA,
where there's pride in every American heart,
and it's time we stand and say, oh, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless this country, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next
right, we are sitting here with Lisa Barron, who runs the Monthly Smiles program, the Adopted Troop program. Hi, Lisa. Great to see you again.
Hi, John. How you doing?
Troops are deployed 365 days a year. So talk to us about the Monthly Smiles program, what it gives donors an opportunity to do, and what it does for the troops.
Okay, so we like to make it really easy for everybody, for our troops and for our donors. So it's like a chance for the donor to give a monthly hug from home. They send out a package to the soldier, and they can set it and forget it. They say the amount that they want, they set up the program, and then every month the soldier is going to get a package from their donor, and that's great.
One of the things that I learned from you this year that was really nice to hear is that when you get somebody involved in the Monthly Smiles program, a lot of times they stick around for a long period of time. Some of the most loyal donors to Troopathon are these Monthly Smile donors.
It's true. They support our program year after year. It's amazing. People come into the program and they're like, this is great. And sometimes they get messages back from the troop, which is amazing. I've gotten phone calls with people saying, oh, I got a letter back from my troop, and they're so excited.
You know, for the folks at home, if they are watching now and they want to participate in Monthly Smiles, they call in, they just talk to one of the operators. What do they do?
It is so simple. So when you call in and you say, I want to place an order and I want it to be whatever amount that they choose, they can then have the option to say, I want to be a member of Monthly Smiles. And we are very flexible. If you want to do it monthly, that's great. But say your budget's a little smaller and you only feel comfortable doing it quarterly or twice a year, that's fine. We deal with this all the time, and we're willing to set up any kind of program that somebody wants to set up.
Great to be back with you in person again. Thank you for everything you do with Monthly Smiles.
I am Captain Daniel Pauly with the California Army National Guard. Joining the military, it was always something that I knew was going to happen. Both my mom and my dad are both retired out of the military. Got a brother in the Navy, brother in the Army, a brother in the Air Force. Looking around America today, there's a lot of differences, but one of the things that hasn't changed, there's still a lot of people that are, right there raising their hand to join the military and be a part of something. That first deployment to Afghanistan, I had 3 at the time with 1 on the way. It's hard. It's hard. Currently, my youngest, she was born, and so I wasn't there for her birth. So the first time I saw her was when I got off the plane coming back, and she was about 5 months old. When I went to Afghanistan in 2013, my oldest daughter at the time, Abby, I think she was 5, right as they're dropping me off at the airport to fly out, she gave me her stuffed animal Thumper, the rabbit from Bambi, and told me that he would keep me safe. So I ended up taking him with me, and he went everywhere I went. I tried to get pictures with him everywhere I went. And when I went back just about 18 months later, back to Afghanistan, he went with me again, and again, just took the pictures. He went everywhere I went. You're serving your country. But then when you get over there, what does that really mean? Does anybody know that I'm here? Does anybody care? The care packages mean a great deal. And it's that reminder that, hey, your country knows that you're here and your country appreciates it.
Welcome back to Troopathon. We are on a mission to get those care packages, Rita, into the hands of our troops overseas. But right now, we would like to pause and acknowledge someone who is so crucial in supporting our cause, my good friend of 40 years, Rush Limbaugh.
Rush, of course, was the very first and longest-running Troopathon guest, and he was always an extremely generous financial supporter, did so much for the troops. We honor and thank him for everything that he has done. Take a look back.
How many of these have I done with you? This is like 10 of them, I think.
Yes, you actually have done 11 of them with us. Thanks for joining us today, Rush.
I marvel that you keep coming back every year for this.
Look at you!
Today is a big day that I try never to miss every year. It is the Move America Forward Troopathon.
It's a great thing, and it's just a tremendous opportunity for me to be part of it. I really want to thank you for letting me.
Now, the United States military is a beloved institution. We love them. We honor them as often as we can. We have a great appreciation for what they do. They volunteer to make the ultimate sacrifice. They volunteer to do what 99% of our population does not do. This is what this is about. This is about donating so that care packages to our brave and gallant troops the world over can have the comforts of home not provided by the military. And that's why what the Troopathon does is so important. Most of us are so inwardly focused and worried about ourselves and how we look, how we're doing, how we appear, that we don't have much time to consider whether or not others' needs are being met. But we need to try to do that in the case of the military.
What you're doing here, this is really crucial.
The great thing about you is there is no lull for what you do. You are totally connected to these people that are dispatched all over the world, some in combat, some in support roles, but you never forget them. You never allow them to be forgotten.
Maybe try to help them out a little bit, because there's no better cause than this one.
Okay, now you're gonna make me cry. Yeah. Stop it.
Have a great Troopathon out there, and thank you for having me on.
We love you, Rush.
Thank you, Rush.
All right, Lisa, let's take a look and show everyone at home what's actually inside these boxes, because there's so much great stuff. And, you know, we get the feedback from the troops, the things they love, obviously the socks, the personal hygiene products, but you never can go wrong with hot sauce either. Like little things like this, hot sauce, which is donated from Taco Bell.
Yep.
You know, they love to put that on their MRE. The M&Ms are a classic. That candy was actually invented for our troops in World War II. You know, we got these sports beans, which are jelly beans, which has electrolytes and other stuff in it. And coffee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because coffee is such a key component for our troops overseas. That's the thing, a warm cup of coffee brings them so much comfort. So this is the stuff that's in there. Any personal favorites for you in here?
Well, my personal favorite is this. In every care package that goes out, you get a personal letter that you write that goes to our troops. And on the other side is a return postcard that the troop can mail back. Mm-hmm. So that connection can be so key to our troops, knowing that they're being cared for. But, of course, the Girl Scout cookies are never bad, and we do love our, you know, the Jelly Belly donations and the sunflower seeds that came from the San Francisco Giants.
So that's cool too. We were just finding out about that. The San Francisco Giants donated a bunch of sunflower seeds, and you know, we mentioned the Taco Bell hot sauce before. Any organizations or companies that have extra stuff that they can supply, that's always appreciated. We got beef jerky. You mentioned the Girl Scout cookies, and you know, you'd think, Lisa, that this stuff would be readily available, that they have this stuff in the PX over, but they don't. They don't have a great accessibility to these types of products.
That's true, and sometimes people are at forward operating bases or little truck stops where they may never get access to these things, or very rarely. I remember one time we had a letter came back, and the supply truck that was going to the troops had blown up by a roadside bomb, and our care packages made it through, and they dove into them because they were starving and they needed to get something to eat, and they were so happy to see that care package.
Yeah, they actually share a lot of this stuff, so all the more reason why you would probably want to get more than one box if you're feeling generous. But
that's true.
You know, it's so great to hear about these products and getting the feedback from the men and women overseas. Beef jerky, coffee, socks, all that important stuff that they love.
They protect. They serve. They ultimately make the world a safer place. Won't you help our troops? The United States has close to 250,000 troops stationed in over 150 different countries, ready to defend against growing threats from Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, and various terrorist groups that hate America.
Copy, line Alpha, Brimstone, line Bravo, November.
The Russian invasion of Ukraine was a chilling reminder that only a strong military deters threats. The U.S. military keeps us safe. Our brave American troops voluntarily put their lives on the line, proudly serving our country and serving you. Now it's your opportunity to honor them. Visit Troopathon.org to sponsor a care package full of cookies, coffee, Gatorade, granola bars, trail mix, supplies such as deodorant, lip balm, baby wipes, socks, and other things the military just does not provide. The most treasured item, according to the troops, is your message of love and support that's added to every care package from you. Make your tax-deductible donation right now at Troopathon.org or by calling 1-844-2-TROOPS. That's 1-844-2-TROOPS.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Please donate.
I was ready to go to Iraq. I couldn't wait to see it and get there.
I was out in the Middle East for 9 months.
Deployed 3 times, Iraq, Afghanistan twice.
Going to Korea for my first duty station was definitely a big change for me.
I was on a couple small boy destroyers, so we're the ships that protect the carrier when they go out. And so you serve your country first, protect your family, protect other people's families. I got 2 care packages when I was deployed. God bless them.
Care packages always make a difference.
They came with messages. I got both to this day in my sea bag at my house right now.
The care packages mean a great deal.
You don't know who you could be touching and helping out through their time while they're deployed.
The hardest thing about deployments are saying goodbye.
Not being able to hear my parents' voice and my siblings' voice.
The hardest part of deployment was just being away from my friends and family.
And you're going to be cutting close to that 400 pounds.
Check, steady, lines.
When you join, you give up a certain amount of your freedoms.
You're restricted to this base, and you can't leave it. The only time you're leaving that is in a convoy.
So imagine moving to your mailbox and not being able to go anywhere. Like, you're on a tin can, you're on the ship. I mean, it's small, condensed quarters. You're every single day, you're on mission.
You're not gonna have access to Wi-Fi, you're not gonna have access to a computer. And mail is the only system that you have.
You get this box, you're like, man, oh, that's for me. Let's open it up, you can share it with your buddies.
Thank you, you don't know how much it means to us over here to get these things.
Baby wipes, baby powder, foot powder, socks. Sometimes it's just something fun that you never even knew that you wanted.
Some people don't have a lot of family or no family at all. So that one person, you could definitely change, this soldier, this airman, this Marine, this naval man. You could change their whole day, and that may get them through that whole year of that deployment.
One donation literally changes everybody's life that gets that box. It's not just one person who, may have requested it. When that person gets the box, he's gonna break it out, he's gonna share it with everybody.
Because it's just a little reprieve and a little reminder like, hey, somebody cares, just take a deep breath and take a break. Take a step back and just recharge and keep moving forward.
The stars of Move America Forward's Troopathon are always members of the military, and we've got a really special guest right now.
We absolutely do. We have Sergeant First Class Brian Fisher, who is on deployment right now in an undisclosed location. And Sergeant First Class, we're so honored to have you with us, and I know that you're such a big part of Troopathon and Move America Forward.
Thank you for having me. It's been an honor being able to work with you and receive packages from you guys.
Well, you do so much more than that. What you've done has been an advocate on behalf of Move America Forward. You've helped others who are deployed, sometimes alone, to get care packages. You come into our operations and you package the items that go overseas, and then you make sure that we get the addresses of the young men and women who need a package.
We received about 5 pallets worth of care packages, and it was right around the holidays time frame. And that just made everybody's holidays so much better. And we called everybody's name out and handed them off a package. And it was just really neat to see everybody's faces light up.
And that's why we do it every single day, every day of the year, Rita. We have people working in our operations center so that these packages get out to individuals. We're asking people to help us with that process. And the biggest thing, of course, of all that we hear over and over and over again, Brian, is the personal message that comes from the care packages.
Receiving those letters, again, from complete strangers, it reminds us why we're here and why we do what we do, no matter what our job is.
Everything that you have done for not only our organization, but for your country, for America, for the jobs that you do, we are tremendously grateful.
Hi, I'm Johnny Hecker, punter for the Los Angeles Rams.
Hi, I'm Senator Rick Scott.
Hi, it's Monica Crowley.
Hi, Joe Mantegna here. I've made a pretty good living portraying all kinds of heroes on film and television and in the theater. But the real heroes are our men and women in uniform in our military throughout the world.
Please join me at Troopathon.org, and send a care package or 2 or 3 to members of the U.S. military serving around the world. This is a great way to show your love and respect, admiration, and thanks for their sacrifice and their service.
I'm proud to support Troopathon and the great work they do for service members.
And so I urge you to be a supporter of Move America Forward and of Troopathon and help get these care packages to all those American heroes out there.
Now, more than ever, they need our love and support. So please join us in sending a care package. Your tax-deductible gift will help make sure no one is forgotten.
Our men and women in uniform are true heroes. They risk their lives every day to protect our freedoms and our way of life.
I salute you. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, and God bless America.
They protect. They serve. They ultimately make the world a safer place. Won't you help our troops? The United States has close to 250,000 troops stationed in over 150 different countries, ready to defend against growing threats from Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, and various terrorist groups that hate America.
Copy, line Alpha, Brimstone, line Bravo, November.
The Russian invasion of Ukraine was a chilling reminder that only a strong military deters threats. The U.S. military keeps us safe. Our brave American troops voluntarily put their lives on the line, proudly serving our country and serving you. Now it's your opportunity to honor them. Visit Troopathon.org to sponsor a care package full of cookies, coffee, Gatorade, granola bars, trail mix, supplies such as deodorant, lip balm, baby wipes, socks, and other things the military just does not provide. The most treasured item, according to the troops, is your message of love and support that's added to every care package from you. Make your tax-deductible donation right now at Troopathon.org or by calling 1-844-2-TROOPS. That's 1-844-2-TROOPS.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please donate.
Welcome back to Troopathon, everyone. Every dollar counts with our organization when it comes to supporting our troops, and our organization is top-rated, it is trusted, and very transparent, recognized for 8 years as being a top nonprofit in America. We have a platinum status on GuideStar, the world's most up-to-date nonprofit database that even the Department of Defense uses. We're very proud of our record.
And for just a $25 donation, you can help sponsor a care package for a soldier overseas. And if you want to do more, a $100 donation gets you this very awesome, very special magnet that you can proudly display and show your support for the U.S. military.
We have to be ready to go, mentally, physically prepared to go. There was a time when I always had a backpack just in case. I was gone 250 to almost 300 days a year. My name is Randall Mosier, Master Sergeant, United States Air Force. I'm aircraft mechanic, so every time an airplane flies, it takes 3 to 10 of us, aircraft mechanics, to get it off the ground, depending on what's going on. I have deployed 7 times in my career. I think the hardest aspect of deploying is the mental side of it, leaving your family. Sorry, I got emotional. I have 5-year-old twins and a loving wife that I have to leave at home. and she has to take care of everything while I'm gone.
As a military spouse and a mother of 5-year-olds, how do I get through this? It's just a day at a time. But I don't know if my husband is gonna come back. So that's something that's always at the back of my mind. We don't talk about it, but it's there. I can't think ahead and think about homecoming because it just seems like forever away.
You're always gonna be lonely. You're always gonna miss your family. Going back to your room or your tent or your dorm is still lonely. You have young airmen who they've only been in the military a year. They just left their families and what they grew up knowing, and then they get sent on the other side of the world. Just getting a care package, it could totally change someone's life. You almost feel like a kid opening a present because you don't know what's in there. I think my favorite part of the care packages is obviously the Girl Scout cookies. I love Girl Scout cookies, Thin Mints.
Organizations like this that come in and help support our airmen for them to receive something while they're deployed, it means the world to them.
The Girl Scout cookies are great, but it isn't the contents of the package. It's the package itself. It's just getting something with your name on it.
I'm a volunteer. We have leadership that takes care of the missions. We have key spouses that take care of each other. We take care of our families. We try to take care of our airmen. For me to submit a group of names and know that they're going to get something, and sometimes the only piece of mail that they're going to receive is a care package, it just warms my heart.
Yeah, there are airmen, young and old, that don't have anybody, immediate family, or some don't have anybody that support them. Because I would go get the mail from the cage and I would bring it, and you could tell that someone's not expecting anything, and you could see when they would get something that they weren't expecting. It changes them completely, like lifts their spirits, gets them, they really appreciate it because it lets them know, hey, somebody does care. That you can just see them walking across the flight line, completely different person just from that one care package.
It puts humanity back into the military, into their families.
I'm gonna walk off the airplane knowing that I'm going home, and my wife and my daughters are gonna be there to hug me, and that's what keeps me going.
And images and stories like that illustrate how vital it is to support our troops.
Yes, Rita, it is. And coming up, a special performance of God Bless America and more incredible messages from our troops.
Being away from home can be difficult. But imagine being a soldier away from home in a strange and very hostile place. It can get pretty dark.
We have an all-volunteer force, and these are some of the most important men and women in our country. They represent the best of America.
This is the least we can do. The least we can do is to support Troopathon.
I know that we're being hit in a million directions. Whatever you can do, big, small, doesn't matter, anything you can do to help this great organization, our brave men and women, I will be donating. I want all of you, just any little bit you can help, it goes a long way.
One of the reasons that I support Troopathon, and I do, I make a contribution and make sure they get a gift pack from my wife and me, because I just think it's an important way to say, we're remembering you. We're thinking about you.
God bless you. To our heroes and our sheroes, we really, truly do appreciate it.
1-844-2-TROOPS. That's the number to donate, or go online to troopathon.org. It's really that simple to give, and it's tax deductible too.
And there are 3 things to remember. Number 1, we still have military stationed all over the world. And number 2, the care packages include little things like toothpaste, deodorant, socks, and snacks. These are luxuries to the military. And finally, we have a backlog of military requesting these care packages. So please, everybody, donate now. And I am joined now by a true American hero, Staff Sergeant Irving Locker, who stormed the beaches on D-Day, Utah Beach. It's so great to have you here with us.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Irv, your story is amazing, and I want to take you back. A guy, of course, you were in Passaic, New Jersey.
And we were very poor, and my dad, God bless him, was a shoemaker. Everybody in the family went to work. I'm the only one of the 7 children who graduated high school because everybody had to go to work.
Take us through, here you are a teenager, Irv, and you're on the Higgins boat, and the boat is coming up to the beach, right. Utah Beach on D-Day. What was that like?
Well, we had a 3-pound helmet on our head. We had a 27-pound pack on our back. We had a rifle, we had gun, we had ammunition across our waist and across our shoulders. We had a shovel strapped to us. So when we jumped off that boat into the water, it was unbelievable. We hit that beach, and they kept saying, get off the beach, because on the beach you're a victim. Get off the beach, you become a warrior. We had a magical piece of equipment called radar, and the radar could tell us the height of the plane, the speed of the plane, and how far in front of the plane we'd have to shoot.
Now, you had a lot of success.
A lot of success.
One of the best success rates of getting down those German planes.
Absolutely. We had a tremendous amount. We shot down 75 or 79 planes.
Wow.
That we were credited for. We had the highest credit in the entire First Army of shooting down those planes.
What was it like, Irv, when you finally got off the beach and then obviously got the great ammunition and you saw the tide was turning? That must have just been such a great feeling.
It was a great feeling, and it inspired us, basically. It inspired us to continue on because we knew then what we could do with these guns.
You go through that, then you end up going to the Battle of the Bulge, Irv. What was that like? Because that was obviously bitter cold.
Bitter cold. It was the worst winter they had in 20 years. And again, we could not be near a building. We could not be near a city because of the ammunition and because of the size of the gun. So we lived in a field. Everything had to be brought to us. Food, water, ammunition, clothing, gasoline, medicine. Everything we needed had to be brought to us. We lived in the ground. We lived in the ground. You dug a foxhole and you crawled into a foxhole to sleep.
It's so important to hear your story, Irv, so people understand what our warriors go through.
Because we did get some packages. Even then, we got some packages that we shared. You're getting the love and the affection that you sorely need at that particular time when you get a package from home. I keep saying over and over again, freedom is not free. And people have to understand the amount of people who died for that is one thing. The amount of people who lost legs and arms is another thing. The amount of people that are still in a hospital suffering from the war is another thing. Yeah. And it's my job today to keep telling people about the war, but I thank God every single day that I'm alive and well, and that's why I do it.
Well, we love you, Irving Locker, Staff Sergeant. What a blessing it is to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Real honor. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure to be with you.
You have to understand one simple thing. We live in the greatest nation that the world has ever known because of men and women who have always been willing to answer the call to service.
Defending and protecting people of all walks of life, putting their lives on the line.
Over the last year, I've met a lot of soldiers, and once again, I am blown away by how varied they are. They, somewhere, got called to a higher mission to protect people.
We have so many men and women that are willing to leave the warmth and the safety of their homes, leave their families, and go out and do one simple thing, to serve and to sacrifice, to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
These are our best people, the men and women who serve in the military.
So I would hope that on this Troopathon, that each and every one of you will continue to support this great event, continue to support our men and women that ensure that America will always be the land of the free, because we continually produce the home of the brave.
Stand with the troops who serve us.
Well, hey, it's John Bachman again, and I just wanted to make one more push for everybody at home to donate. If you have donated already, that's fantastic. We thank you for your support, but if you have not, please, if you can, donate today. It is one of the most simple and effective ways that you can show our men and women overseas that you care about them and that you think about them and that you want them to have a little comfort from home. For anyone who donates $100 or more, you can get one of these great magnets like this one right here, put it on your car, and let everyone know that you support the troops.
Our next guest is a true patriot, Rita.
He sure is, Mel, and his family has served our nation both in and out of uniform for decades. And singing a spectacular rendition of God Bless America is award-winning singer, songwriter, and composer Tomacek Bednarik.
Thank you. You know, we must never forget that freedom is not free. We live in the land of the free because we are the home of the brave. Our fathers, our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, all of them who give tirelessly for each and every one of us. Indeed, all of you watching, you know that our servicemen and women are giving all and blessing our lives each and every day far beyond any words I can say. And in that light, we thank them. We ask God's blessings upon them and upon all of America. God bless America. Land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night by the light up above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean wide with foam. God bless America, our home, sweet home. God bless America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night by the light up above. From the mountains to the prairie to the ocean wide with foam. God bless America, our home, sweet home. Oh yes, yes. From the mountain to the prairie to the ocean wide with foam. God bless America, our home, sweet home. God bless America. Oh, God bless America. God bless America. Our home, sweet home.
Wow, that was absolutely beautiful. Tomacek is amazing.
He certainly is. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and especially to our troops who are serving overseas. Thank you so much for supporting all of us here at Troopathon, and we will always support our troops who are in harm's way.
We'll see you soon.